How you start your week often decides how you live your life. If you begin with purpose, the rest of your days won't feel like you're just going through the motions. Every week is a new chance to get closer to who you want to be. But only if you stop letting the past steal your focus and start showing up with clear intention. Most people wake up on Monday already counting down to the weekend. That's not living, that's surviving. You deserve more than dragging yourself through the same routines. This is about taking back control. It's about creating a mindset that fuels you instead of drains you. You don't need a new life. You just need to start your week the right way. And when you do, everything changes. Your energy, your focus, your results. If you're ready to stop existing and start living with real direction, then let's dive in. Number 1. Wake up early and plan your entire week. Most people wake up on Monday already tired. They drag themselves out of bed, rush through the morning, scroll through their phone, feel lost halfway through the day, and by evening they're already overwhelmed, frustrated, or mentally checked out. That's how they begin the week, reactive, unprepared, and behind before anything meaningful even starts. They don't plan. They don't set the tone. They're just surviving. But that's not how you build a strong life. That's not how you take control. You've got to wake up early and plan your week before it begins. That one shift can change everything. When the world is quiet, early in the morning, that's when clarity arrives. That's when your mind is at its sharpest and your emotions are stable. You're not yet pulled in 10 directions. You're not checking emails or reacting to other people's agendas. You're not hearing the noise of the day. That time belongs to you, and if you don't claim it, someone else will. If you want to lead a life that's built on purpose and not pressure, you start by giving yourself space in the morning, real space, to think clearly, to lay the foundation. You can't expect to feel powerful if you're always rushing. You can't expect peace if you wake up late and spend your morning catching up. Now listen, waking up early doesn't just mean setting your alarm 2 hours earlier. It means creating a routine the night before that allows you to get up and actually feel good doing it. This is not about suffering, it's about discipline. You go to bed with intention so you can rise with power. And when you rise, you're not reaching for your phone. You're reaching for your journal, your calendar, your goals. You're sitting down and laying out the next 7 days with clarity. You're not wondering what's coming, you already know. You write it down. You look at your appointments, your responsibilities, your time commitments. You ask yourself, where do I need to be mentally strong this week? Where will I face resistance? Where do I need more preparation, and where can I be more efficient? That's not just planning, it's leadership. That's the kind of self-respect that shapes strong weeks and stronger lives. Planning your week early gives you an emotional edge. You don't feel like life is chasing you. You feel like you're running the show. You feel grounded. You feel like you've got a handle on things before they start spinning. This kind of emotional confidence changes the way you walk into your Monday. It makes you calmer. You're not guessing. You're not reacting. You're leading. You're starting from a place of order, and your mind thrives in order. You're starting from a place of preparation, and preparation builds confidence. When you sit down and plan early, you see patterns. You see gaps in your week. You notice where you're overloaded and where you've got room to breathe. Most people don't see those things until it's too late. They don't realize they've taken on too much until they're burned out. They don't realize they've forgotten something important until it's gone, but not you. When you plan your week ahead, you're not just organizing tasks, you're protecting your energy. You're managing your time with care. You're not just hoping things work out. You're making sure they do. You also feel more motivated because you have a clear picture in your mind of what needs to be done. You're not lost in the fog of what do I do now? Your brain isn't trying to decide all day long, it already decided. Decision fatigue is real, and every small moment you spend wondering what to do next, or switching from one thing to another without a plan, drains your mental battery. That's why planning early helps you stay focused all week. You've already made the hard choices. Now you're just following through. Now let me tell you what happens over time. When you start waking up early and planning every week, it starts becoming your identity. You start seeing yourself differently. You start thinking, I'm someone who leads my life. I don't just survive it. That belief will carry you when motivation is low. That belief will guide you when life gets noisy and unpredictable. And it will. Life doesn't slow down. It throws curveballs. It tests you. But when you've already got your week laid out, you don't panic, you adjust. You don't fall apart, you realign. Most people are stressed because they feel like they never have enough time. But it's not about having more time, it's about being intentional with the time you already have. And planning your week early helps you take back control. It helps you start from strength instead of stress. That's what you need if you want to build a life that moves forward, not one that keeps circling back to the same problems. Even emotionally, you show up stronger when you've planned ahead. You're more present with your family because you're not distracted thinking about everything you forgot to do. You're more confident in meetings because you're not second-guessing what's coming next. You're more resilient when setbacks happen because you've already got a structure in place. You're not starting from chaos. You've got a framework, and that framework keeps you grounded. This is not a luxury. This is not something only high performers do. This is what any person can do if they choose to respect their time, their goals, and their future. It starts with something as simple as waking up before the noise starts and choosing to lead your week with intention. You don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to do it consistently, one early morning at a time. And when you stack those mornings together, when you turn this into a habit, you'll look back and realize something powerful. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You just need to start each week like it matters, because it does. It's your life, and if you're not running it, someone else will. Wake up early, plan your week, own your time. That's how you build momentum. That's how you build pride. That's how you begin to feel like your life is finally in your hands again. Not because you got lucky, but because you got clear. Number 2, write down 3 clear weekly priority goals. Most people start their week without a clear direction. They have a long list of things to do, many scattered ideas, but no real focus on what matters most. It's easy to get lost in the noise of daily demands, distractions, and endless to-do items. The truth is, without clarity on your top priorities, you drift. You waste energy trying to do everything, but end up accomplishing very little of value. That's why writing down 3 clear weekly priority goals is essential. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what counts. Writing down your top 3 goals forces your brain to focus. When you take a moment to slow down and identify the 3 most important things you need to accomplish this week, you bring your scattered thoughts into one clear picture. This simple act creates a mental roadmap. You know exactly what you're aiming for. You're not chasing every shiny object or urgent distraction. You're working with purpose. Choosing only 3 goals isn't a limitation, it's a strength. When people try to tackle too much at once, they end up overwhelmed and exhausted. That kind of pressure kills motivation and clouds judgment. But narrowing it down to 3 sharp, meaningful priorities gives you a manageable list you can actually commit to. It's easier to stay motivated when the goals are specific and limited. It's easier to measure progress. And it's easier to feel a real sense of accomplishment when you cross them off your list. Your weekly priority goals should be crystal clear. Vague goals like work harder or be more productive don't cut it. They don't give your mind a target to aim at. Instead, be specific. Complete the client proposal by Wednesday, or finish reading the sales report and prepare recommendations, or follow up with 5 new contacts for networking. Clear goals paint a vivid picture of success and give your actions purpose. When your brain sees that picture, it instinctively aligns your efforts to reach it. Writing your goals down is more than just putting pen to paper, it's a commitment. The moment your goals leave your head and appear on paper, they become real. You engage with them in a different way. You create a contract with yourself. You hold yourself accountable. Your mind can't easily ignore something it sees clearly in front of you every day. It's a constant reminder and motivator. Many people underestimate the power of writing. But science shows that writing activates different parts of the brain. It enhances memory and sharpens focus. It forces you to clarify your thoughts. When your goals are written down, they become easier to track and adjust. They become a compass to guide your decisions, your time, and your energy. They prevent you from wandering aimlessly. Having only 3 weekly goals also allows you to prioritize your days better. When the list is short, you can break down those goals into daily actions and know exactly what to do each morning. You don't have to guess or scramble to find meaning in your day. Instead, you can build momentum as you complete small wins that lead directly to your weekly goals. That momentum creates a positive cycle that carries you forward. Weekly goals give you perspective too. When the week ends, you can look back and see what you achieved. You can ask honest questions. Did I hit my targets? What worked well? What needs improvement? This honest review sharpens your decision-making for the next week. It builds your self-awareness and resilience. And it helps you avoid falling into the trap of endless busy work that leads nowhere. When setting your weekly goals, make sure they align with your bigger vision and values. Goals that don't connect to something deeper often feel meaningless, and motivation fades fast. But when your weekly goals are connected to your long-term dreams, your why, you build a powerful emotional drive. You're not just checking boxes, you're moving towards something that truly matters. That kind of motivation is sustainable. It keeps you pushing forward when the work gets tough. It's also important to be realistic and honest about what you can accomplish. Don't set goals just because they sound good or look impressive. Set goals based on your actual capacity and resources this week. Overcommitting leads to burnout and disappointment. Realistic goals build confidence because they are achievable. Confidence fuels progress more than any other factor. Writing your 3 weekly priority goals also teaches you to say no. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't fit your top 3 goals, you're saying no to something that matters. Learning to protect your time and energy around these key priorities is an act of respect toward yourself and your future. It's a practice that builds discipline and self-control. There's also an emotional benefit to this practice. When you see your 3 clear priorities, you feel a sense of calm and control. You reduce the anxiety that comes from trying to juggle too much at once. Your mind isn't overwhelmed by endless options. Instead, it has direction. That calm focus is powerful. It allows you to show up fully present, to work with intensity, and to make better decisions throughout your day. Don't forget the importance of revisiting those goals daily. Keep them visible, whether on paper, a whiteboard, or your phone. Check in with yourself regularly. Celebrate small victories as you make progress. This daily connection to your weekly priorities keeps your motivation alive and helps you course correct if needed. It turns vague ambition into concrete action. The simplicity of 3 goals can sometimes feel too small, but it's exactly what makes it effective. This approach eliminates overwhelm and sharpens your focus. It gives your brain a clear direction to channel energy, time, and creativity. It builds momentum and produces results. It turns intentions into accomplishments, and it helps you take control of your week instead of letting the week control you. When your week starts with 3 clear goals written down, you've already won half the battle. You're not stumbling into the week blindly. You're walking in with a plan, a purpose, and a focused mindset. You're ready to face challenges, make progress, and feel the satisfaction of real achievement. This is how ordinary weeks become extraordinary. This is how you create consistent growth. This is how you build a life you're proud of. There is power in clarity. There is power in focus. There is power in writing down your top 3 weekly priorities and making them non-negotiable. This simple habit, repeated week after week, will transform your productivity, your confidence, and your sense of control. It will separate those who drift from those who lead. And it will help you create a life where progress isn't accidental, but intentional. Number 3. Review last week and learn from mistakes. Most people move from one week to the next without ever pausing to look back. They push forward, hoping things will get better, repeating the same errors, feeling stuck, and wondering why progress feels so slow. Ignoring the past doesn't make it disappear. It only piles up problems and missed opportunities. A powerful way to break that cycle is to take time at the start of every week to review the last one carefully. To study what worked, what didn't, and to learn from every mistake made. This is how growth happens. Nobody's perfect. Mistakes are part of life. But ignoring mistakes is what keeps people trapped in a loop of frustration and underperformance. Reviewing last week isn't about beating yourself up or feeling guilty. It's about honest reflection. It's about being truthful with yourself. Where did you waste time? Where did distractions pull you away? What tasks did you avoid? Which promises to yourself or others did you not keep? Writing down answers to these questions gives you clarity. It exposes blind spots that stop you from moving forward. When you examine your mistakes, you gain insight. Every failure carries a lesson if you're willing to see it. Sometimes the lesson is simple. You underestimated how long something would take. Other times, it's deeper. Maybe you said yes to too many commitments and spread yourself too thin. Or maybe your energy was low because you neglected rest or self-care. Without this review, you repeat the same patterns, unaware. The week's problems become invisible chains. But once you bring them into the light, you begin to break free. There is also value in acknowledging what you did well. It's easy to focus only on what went wrong, but celebrating small wins from last week gives you confidence and hope. Writing down what you accomplished, even the little things, shows progress. It reminds you that effort counts, even when results aren't perfect. This balance of learning from mistakes and recognizing success keeps your mindset strong and realistic. Many people avoid reflection because it feels uncomfortable. Facing failures stings. It's easier to ignore and move on, but that avoidance builds a wall between where you are and where you want to be. Every successful person you know took time to reflect regularly. It's a discipline that sharpens the mind and improves decision-making. Reflection is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength and maturity. When you review your week, do it with curiosity instead of judgment. Ask questions like, what stopped me from finishing that project? Did I manage my time well? How did I handle distractions? Did I communicate clearly? Did I stay true to my priorities? Be specific. Vague answers don't help. Honest answers do. This kind of clarity helps you develop strategies for the week ahead. It helps you plan smarter and avoid repeating the same mistakes. Learning from your mistakes means you don't have to figure it out all over again. You build a mental bank of lessons that grow richer with every week. This reduces surprises and stress. You start anticipating problems and preparing for them. You improve your habits, your focus, and your resilience. This kind of learning is the foundation of progress, no matter what you want to achieve. Another reason to review last week is to keep your goals aligned. Sometimes your goals shift without you noticing. You get busy, distracted, or pulled in different directions. By looking back, you can check if you stayed on track. If you didn't, ask why. Maybe your priorities changed, or maybe your plan wasn't realistic. Adjusting your goals based on what you learn keeps your efforts relevant and powerful. This ongoing feedback loop keeps you moving in the right direction. Don't underestimate the emotional benefit of this practice either. Taking control of your review process reduces anxiety and overwhelm. When you have clarity about what went wrong and what you've learned, you feel more in control. You stop beating yourself up and start problem solving. That shift in mindset makes you stronger and more confident heading into the new week. The review process also builds humility. It reminds you that growth is a journey, not a destination. Mistakes are not signs that you're failing, they're signs that you're trying. This keeps you motivated even when progress is slow or difficult. It builds patience, which is one of the most valuable qualities for success. It's important to make your weekly review a consistent habit. Set aside time every Monday morning or Sunday evening. Make it part of your routine. The more consistent you are, the more powerful the insights become. Your mind starts to notice patterns automatically. You become more self-aware, more disciplined, and better prepared. This kind of steady reflection is what separates people who grow from those who stay stuck. When you write down your reflections, you create a record. Over time, you can look back and see how far you've come. You see mistakes you no longer make, habits you've improved, and goals you've achieved. This progress tracker motivates you to keep going. It's proof that your effort matters. Mistakes will keep happening. That's life. But when you learn from them weekly, they don't hold you back. They push you forward. They teach you how to work smarter, not harder. They build resilience and wisdom. They prepare you to handle bigger challenges and bigger opportunities. Remember, nobody else can review your week for you. This is a personal practice. It requires honesty, courage, and discipline. It demands that you show up for yourself even when it's uncomfortable, but the payoff is enormous. You gain control of your growth. You sharpen your focus. You build confidence. You lay a solid foundation for success. The habit of reviewing your week and learning from mistakes is a tool for transformation. It turns setbacks into stepping stones. It turns frustration into fuel. It gives you the power to improve constantly. This is how you take ownership of your life and your results. This is how you stop repeating cycles that drain you. This is how you begin to win week after week. Number 4. Clean your workspace to boost mental clarity. Most people underestimate how much their surroundings affect their mind. A cluttered desk, piles of papers, random items scattered everywhere. This chaos does more than just look messy. It drains energy, steals focus, and creates unnecessary stress. The truth is, when your workspace is disorganized, your brain struggles to concentrate. It's like trying to listen to a single voice in a noisy crowd. That distraction weighs on your mind without you even realizing it. Cleaning your workspace isn't just about tidiness, it's about creating space for clarity and calm. When the week begins, the state of your workspace can either pull you down or lift you up. If you start with a cluttered area, your mind starts the day behind, already overwhelmed by visual noise. Every scattered note or stray object is a tiny demand for attention. You waste precious mental energy sorting through chaos instead of focusing on what really matters. But when your space is clean and organized, your mind breathes easier. You feel a sense of control and readiness that makes it easier to dive into work. Clearing your workspace is not about perfection. It's about creating order that supports your best thinking and highest productivity. This means getting rid of distractions, organizing tools, and arranging what you need within easy reach. A clean desk signals to your brain that you're ready for focused effort. It reduces anxiety and improves your mood. This is no small benefit. When your environment is calm, your mind follows. Many people postpone cleaning because it seems like a small task, or because they think it's not urgent. But that small task is like a foundation for everything else you do. Neglecting it is like building a house on sand. The harder work you do later will be shaky and unstable. Spending time each week to tidy your workspace sets the tone for everything that follows. It creates a clean slate where ideas flow easier and decisions come clearer. There's also a physical aspect to this. A cluttered desk can create physical discomfort, like limited space to move or poor posture from trying to work in a cramped area. When you clean and organize, you can set up your workspace to support your body. Proper lighting, comfortable seating, and enough room for your work materials all add to your energy and reduce fatigue. Physical comfort helps your mental clarity. When you feel good physically, it's easier to stay alert and focused. Cleaning your workspace can also reveal forgotten tasks or misplaced materials. Sometimes important papers or tools get buried under piles of stuff. When you clear everything out and reorganize, you rediscover these items. This helps prevent mistakes and missed deadlines. You become more efficient because everything you need is visible and accessible. This saves time that would otherwise be wasted searching or recreating lost work. The act of cleaning itself can be surprisingly calming. It's a physical activity that engages your body and gives your mind a break from intense thinking. As you put things in order, you create a sense of accomplishment that energizes you. This simple physical reset can shake off mental fog and prepare you for focused work. It's like hitting a refresh button on your brain. Cleaning also helps you establish boundaries. When your workspace is clearly defined and organized, it's easier to separate work time from downtime. This is important for your mental health and long-term productivity. A messy, mixed-up space blurs those boundaries and makes it harder to switch off. A clean workspace creates a mental signal that work is happening now and later you can relax. When you clean your workspace, pay attention to what you keep on your desk. Every item should have a purpose or meaning. Avoid letting sentimental or unnecessary objects crowd your work area. Too many distractions reduce your ability to focus deeply. Instead, choose a few items that inspire you or remind you of your goals. This subtle motivation can keep you driven throughout the week. Another reason to clean your workspace at the start of the week is to build momentum. The order you create physically mirrors the order you want in your week. Starting with a clean desk is a simple way to take control of your environment and set an intention for the days ahead. It sends a message to yourself. You're ready to work smart, be organized, and stay focused. This mindset carries through every task you tackle. Don't forget the importance of maintaining your clean workspace daily. Cleaning at the start of the week is powerful, but letting clutter build up again defeats the purpose. A quick tidy at the end of each day keeps your space inviting and ready. This small habit saves you time and frustration later and keeps your mental clarity sharp all week long. Cleaning your workspace is more than just a chore. It's an act of self-care and respect. It shows you value your time, your work, and yourself. When you create a clear, calm space, you create space for success. You remove obstacles to focus and open the door to creativity and productivity. This simple step can transform how you feel and perform every day. Many people overlook this habit because it feels small compared to bigger tasks. But small habits build the foundation for bigger results. Ignoring your environment makes everything harder. Caring for your workspace makes everything easier. It's an investment in your mental energy and your ability to produce your best work. Start your week by clearing the clutter. Make your workspace a place where your best ideas can grow. A clean desk is a clear mind. A clear mind is a focused mind. And a focused mind is the key to getting things done. You'll find that once your environment is organized, your thoughts become sharper, your decisions quicker, and your energy higher. The space around you matters. It influences your mood, your motivation, and your outcomes. When your workspace is clean and orderly, you feel more confident walking into it every morning. You're not distracted by chaos or stress. You can sit down, get organized, and attack your day with purpose. This is the foundation that supports all other good habits and productive work. Don't underestimate the power of a clean workspace. It's a simple, effective way to boost mental clarity and create a week that works for you. Number 5. Set a powerful intention for your mindset. It's common to start a week without really thinking about how you want to feel or what kind of attitude you want to bring to the table. Most people jump right into tasks, meetings, and emails without first deciding how they will approach their week mentally. This is a huge missed opportunity. Your mindset is the foundation for everything you do. Without a clear, powerful intention guiding it, your week can drift aimlessly or get bogged down by stress, doubt, or distraction. Setting a strong intention for your mindset at the start of the week is like giving your brain a mission. It's a way of choosing the energy and focus you want to bring instead of letting circumstances control you. Think about how often you react to situations instead of proactively deciding your response. Without intention, it's easy to get pulled into negativity, frustration, or simply going through the motions. When you set an intention, you take back control. You decide how you want to think, feel, and act. This simple mental choice can change the entire quality of your week. Setting an intention is not about vague hopes or empty affirmations. It's about choosing a clear, specific focus for your mindset that will serve your goals and well-being. It's an honest statement of how you want to operate. For example, you might decide your intention is to stay calm under pressure, to be open to learning, to practice patience, or to maintain relentless focus. The key is that it's meaningful to you and tied to what you need most that week. When you set your intention, it helps you filter distractions and challenges through a positive lens. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you start to see them as chances to practice your intention. If your focus is patience, a frustrating delay becomes an opportunity to stay calm and steady. If your goal is relentless focus, a tempting distraction becomes a test of your discipline. This mental framework helps you stay grounded and purposeful throughout the week. The power of setting an intention lies in its ability to align your thoughts and actions. When your mind is clear about what matters most, decisions become easier. You don't waste time second-guessing yourself or getting sidetracked. Your energy flows toward the things that support your intention, and you find it easier to say no to what doesn't serve you. This isn't just theory. Science shows that mindset influences brain chemistry and behavior. When you consciously decide on a positive intention, your brain releases chemicals that support motivation and reduce stress. Your body responds with increased energy and resilience. This biological effect helps you perform better and feel better, even when the week gets tough. One challenge many face is choosing an intention that feels real and actionable, not just a feel-good phrase. To make your intention work, connect it to what you truly want to improve or strengthen in yourself. Reflect on what has held you back recently. Maybe it's been impatience with your progress, getting distracted easily, or reacting emotionally to challenges. Your intention should directly address those struggles, giving you a mental tool to overcome them. Writing your intention down makes it more powerful. When you see your chosen mindset on paper, it becomes a contract with yourself. You can revisit it anytime you feel your focus slipping. This physical reminder keeps you accountable. It's like a compass that guides your thoughts and choices back to your chosen path. It helps to say your intention out loud with feeling. Speaking it firmly to yourself anchors it in your mind and emotions. This act creates a stronger mental imprint than just thinking it silently. Hearing your own voice state your purpose makes it more real and urgent. Setting an intention is also a way to protect your mental space from negativity. When you decide in advance to focus on positivity, growth, or resilience, you build a shield against doubts and distractions. Your mind becomes less likely to get dragged into fear or frustration. This mental shield helps you keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. Remember, your intention doesn't have to be complicated. It's the consistent commitment to your chosen mindset that makes a difference. You might focus on staying focused, being kind to myself, or taking action every day. The important thing is that you mean it and bring it to life through your daily actions. It's helpful to revisit your intention throughout the week. Check in with yourself in the morning, midday, and evening. Ask if your thoughts and actions are aligned with your mindset goal. If not, gently guide yourself back. This practice builds mental discipline and keeps your energy directed toward what matters most. Sometimes the challenges of life try to knock your mindset off balance. When this happens, your intention is your anchor. It reminds you of your power to choose your response. Instead of reacting to stress or setbacks, you pause, remember your intention, and decide how to proceed. This simple pause creates space for better choices and reduces emotional exhaustion. Many people overlook the power of this mental habit because it feels invisible compared to physical tasks. But the reality is, your mindset shapes every experience you have. Without a clear intention, you risk wandering through your days on autopilot, reacting rather than creating. With intention, you become the pilot of your week. Setting a powerful intention for your mindset transforms your approach to challenges and opportunities alike. It shifts you from being a passenger in your life to being the driver. This shift creates momentum and resilience that carry you through the inevitable ups and downs of the week. Your intention is also a source of motivation. When obstacles arise, remembering your mindset goal reminds you why you're working hard. It connects your actions to your deeper values and purpose. This connection makes effort feel worthwhile and helps you push through tough moments. The practice of setting your mindset intention is a habit worth cultivating week after week. Over time, it rewires your brain to focus on what serves you best. It builds mental strength, reduces stress, and improves your overall experience of work and life. Take a moment at the start of every week to choose how you want to think and feel. Decide what mindset will help you succeed and thrive. This simple choice will transform your productivity, your mood, and your progress. It's not about controlling everything around you, but about controlling your reaction and your attitude. That control is where true power lies. Start now by deciding your intention for this week's mindset. Make it clear, make it meaningful, and make it real. Carry it with you every day and watch how it changes everything. Number 6. Create a schedule and stick to it strictly. Most people begin their week without a clear plan. They wake up and dive into tasks as they come, hoping to get through everything by the end of the day or week. The truth is, this approach leads to stress, wasted time, and unfinished work. When there's no schedule, it's easy to get distracted, overwhelmed, or simply drift through the day without making real progress. Creating a schedule and sticking to it is not just about organizing your time. It's about respecting your priorities, protecting your focus, and building momentum that lasts. Without this structure, your goals remain distant dreams instead of achievable results. When the week starts, having a detailed schedule acts like a roadmap. It shows you where to go next and helps prevent feeling lost or confused. Each block of time you set is an opportunity to move closer to your goals. This level of planning reduces decision fatigue, which is the mental drain caused by constantly choosing what to do next. The schedule removes that burden, freeing your mind to focus on the work itself instead of figuring out what comes next. Many people resist schedules because they think it's too rigid or they believe they can just wing it. The reality is that a well-crafted schedule gives you more freedom, not less. It creates a clear boundary around your work so you can be fully present and productive in each moment. When your day is planned, you know exactly when to work hard and when to rest. This balance prevents burnout and keeps your energy high throughout the week. Creating your schedule starts with understanding your priorities. What tasks and projects will have the biggest impact this week? What deadlines do you have? Breaking your week down into manageable chunks allows you to assign specific times to important tasks instead of letting them pile up. This method keeps pressure low and progress steady. It's important to schedule realistic blocks of time for each task. Overestimating what you can do in a short period sets you up for frustration. Underestimating means you might finish early and waste time. Pay attention to how long things usually take and build in small buffers. This makes your schedule flexible enough to handle unexpected events without falling apart. Scheduling also helps you protect your most valuable time. Many people work when they are tired or distracted because they don't block out their peak energy periods. Identify when you feel most alert during the day and plan your toughest tasks then. This simple shift boosts your performance and helps you get through difficult work more easily. One key to sticking to your schedule is treating it like an appointment. Just like you wouldn't skip a meeting with someone important, don't skip your scheduled work times. This mindset builds discipline and creates respect for your own goals. Each time you follow your schedule, you strengthen your commitment to yourself. Sticking to a schedule also means saying no to distractions and interruptions during work periods. This might mean turning off your phone, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, or letting people know you're not to be disturbed. When you protect your work time, you increase your ability to concentrate and complete tasks efficiently. It's normal for unexpected things to come up, but a good schedule has built-in flexibility. If something urgent appears, adjust your schedule thoughtfully instead of abandoning it altogether. Move tasks around in a way that still keeps your priorities clear. This prevents chaos and keeps your week on track. Reviewing your schedule each morning and evening creates accountability. In the morning, look over your plan and prepare mentally for what's ahead. At night, reflect on what you accomplished and adjust the next day's plan if needed. This habit helps you stay aware of your progress and correct course as you go. Scheduling also improves your overall work-life balance. When your week is planned, you can clearly see when work ends and personal time begins. This separation helps you rest fully and return to work refreshed. Without a schedule, work can bleed into every hour, causing exhaustion and resentment. People who create and follow strict schedules report feeling calmer and more in control. Instead of reacting to every demand, they proactively guide their day. This control reduces stress and boosts confidence. You feel more capable of handling challenges because you're not constantly behind. Your schedule is not a cage. It's a tool that empowers you to manage your time and energy well. When you respect your schedule, you create a rhythm and routine that supports productivity. Over time, this rhythm becomes second nature, making success easier and more natural. Don't wait for motivation to strike before you schedule. Motivation comes and goes, but a schedule keeps you moving forward regardless of how you feel. This consistency is what separates those who reach their goals from those who don't. The process of creating a schedule also clarifies what's truly important. When you write down your tasks and allocate time for them, you see clearly what deserves your focus and what can wait or be dropped. This clarity is freeing. It prevents you from spreading yourself too thin or getting caught up in busy work that doesn't move you forward. Use tools that work for you, whether it's a digital calendar, planner, or simple notebook. The format doesn't matter as much as the commitment to stick to it. Keep your schedule visible throughout the day so you can stay aligned with it. Sometimes sticking to a schedule feels hard because distractions are powerful or habits are deeply ingrained. In those moments, remember that discipline is like a muscle. It grows stronger with use. Each day you honor your schedule, you build stronger mental habits that support your success. Scheduling also helps you set boundaries with others. When you communicate your planned work times, people learn when you are available and when you are not. This creates respect and reduces interruptions. In the end, a strict schedule is not about being a slave to time. It's about mastering your time. It's about creating a framework that supports your goals and values. It keeps you focused on what matters and frees you from the chaos of random demands. Building and following a schedule will change how you experience your week. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or scattered, you'll feel prepared, confident, and productive. You'll end the week knowing you made real progress because you honored your time and priorities. The discipline of sticking to a schedule is one of the simplest but most powerful habits to develop. It transforms intentions into actions and actions into results. This habit is the backbone of productivity, success, and peace of mind throughout your week. Number 7. Start with the hardest task of the day. Most people face a daily mountain of tasks, and the natural tendency is to push the toughest one to later, sometimes much later, or avoid it altogether. The reality is that putting off the hardest task steals your energy, focus, and confidence throughout the day. It's like carrying a heavy weight on your shoulders while trying to move forward. This weight drains your mental strength and keeps you distracted from what really matters. Tackling that difficult task first doesn't just check it off your list. It sets the tone for the entire day and sends a powerful message to your mind. You are in control and you can handle the challenges ahead. When the hardest task is left for later, it looms over everything else you do. Every small interruption or simple job feels heavier because you know that challenge is still waiting. The stress builds quietly but steadily. By the time you get around to it, your energy may have drained, your focus fragmented, and your motivation depleted. Facing the hardest task first gives you the best chance to use your freshest, clearest energy and your sharpest focus. Most people underestimate how mental energy fluctuates throughout the day. In the morning, after a good rest, the brain is typically at its most alert. Willpower is stronger, decisions feel easier, and distractions have less grip. That's why starting with the toughest job early is so strategic. You capitalize on this natural boost rather than fighting fatigue later. It's not about willpower alone, it's about working smart with your biology and psychology. There's also a psychological benefit called the completion effect. When you finish something difficult right away, you feel a surge of accomplishment. This feeling builds momentum, inspiring confidence and determination for the rest of your tasks. The hardest work doesn't have to weigh you down. It can lift you up when you get it done early. Avoiding the hardest task often comes from fear. Fear of failure, fear of discomfort, fear of the unknown. These feelings are real, but they can be overcome by shifting your mindset. Instead of seeing that task as a threat, see it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to prove your own strength. When you begin the day by facing the hardest challenge, you're training your mind to embrace discomfort as a path to progress. Another reality is that some tasks may be difficult because they require deep focus and uninterrupted time. Leaving these tasks to later invites distractions or interruptions that can fragment your attention. When you prioritize the hardest task first, you set yourself up to work in a state of flow before the day's noise takes over. This concentrated work leads to higher quality results and faster completion. It's important to prepare mentally before diving into the hardest task. Clear your mind, remind yourself why this task matters, and break it down if it feels overwhelming. Taking the first small step can reduce anxiety and build confidence. Even if the entire job won't finish immediately, starting it early removes the barrier of procrastination. Many people worry that starting with the hardest task means they won't get to the easier ones. In reality, once the tough work is done, the simpler tasks seem lighter and quicker. You'll move through your day with more energy and less mental resistance, increasing overall productivity and satisfaction. Avoid the trap of spending too much time planning or warming up before the hardest task. Overthinking can lead to delay and self-doubt. Act decisively, set a timer if needed, and commit to giving that task your full attention for a focused stretch of time. This disciplined approach reduces procrastination and builds resilience. It's also helpful to create an environment that supports working on difficult tasks. Minimize distractions, gather the materials you need beforehand, and let others know you are in a focused work period. Small actions like these protect your concentration and keep you engaged. Facing the hardest task first sends a message beyond just your own mind. It affects how others see your work ethic and commitment. When you consistently attack tough challenges early, you build a reputation for reliability, courage, and determination. This reputation opens doors to opportunities and strengthens your professional relationships. Some may argue that their hardest tasks are creative or unpredictable, making scheduling them first seem challenging. Even then, allocate your best hours to these tasks. The commitment to start is more important than perfect execution right away. Begin with focused intention and adjust as you move forward. This approach applies not just to work, but to any area of life where difficult choices or actions are required. Whether it's a tough conversation, an important decision, or a challenging personal project, confronting it early frees your mind from the burden of avoidance and stress. In moments when starting the hardest task feels overwhelming, remind yourself that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Taking action. Even small steps creates momentum and turns daunting problems into manageable challenges. Tracking your success with this habit reveals its power. Notice how your stress levels decrease and how your confidence builds as you tackle difficult tasks head-on. Over time, this habit rewires your brain to welcome challenge rather than resist it. The discipline of starting with the hardest task strengthens not just productivity, but character. It cultivates courage, patience, and self-trust. These qualities ripple out, influencing every area of your life and creating a foundation for sustained success. No matter what your day looks like, beginning with the toughest task is a game changer. It moves you from reaction to action, from procrastination to progress. It helps you break free from the common trap of busy work that doesn't move the needle and focus on what truly matters. Each morning is a fresh chance to practice this principle. Every time you choose to meet your hardest task first, you train your mind and body to face challenges with clarity and strength. This is how leaders, achievers, and winners start their week and their day. Taking this step demands courage, but rewards you with confidence. It clears mental clutter, sharpens your focus, and primes you for success. The hardest task is not a hurdle to avoid, but a milestone to conquer early. This habit doesn't just improve your productivity, it transforms your approach to challenges and builds a foundation for lasting achievement. Number 8. Do a quick workout to energize your body. Many people start their weeks feeling tired before the day even begins. That sluggishness, the heaviness in the limbs, the foggy mind, these are all signals from the body telling you it's stuck in a low-energy state. The hard truth is that waiting to feel ready won't get you anywhere. Energy isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. One of the most powerful ways to generate energy fast is by moving your body right at the start of the day. A quick workout isn't just about fitness, it's a deliberate act of priming your entire system for the challenges ahead. The moment your body shifts from rest to activity, a cascade of changes happens inside. Blood starts pumping faster, oxygen flows more freely, and muscles awaken from their stiffness. This physical activation triggers the release of chemicals like endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, natural substances that lift your mood, sharpen your focus, and give you a sense of well-being. When you exercise even briefly, you send a clear message to your brain. This day matters, and you're ready for it. It's common to believe that workouts need to be long or intense to have any real impact. That's not true. Even 5 to 10 minutes of simple movements like jumping jacks, push-ups, stretches, or brisk walking can create a remarkable difference. The key is consistency and intention. By building this quick habit into your morning routine, you build a reservoir of energy you can draw on throughout the week. Think about the times you felt sluggish in the morning. Maybe you've reached for coffee or sat down hoping the fatigue would pass. Coffee can provide a temporary lift, but it doesn't replace the deeper, more sustained energy that physical movement brings. A workout wakes up your entire body and mind, preparing you for clear thinking and active decision-making. It's a natural boost that far outlasts any caffeine jolt. When you move your body early, you also improve your posture and reduce tension. Sitting or lying still for long periods causes stiffness and discomfort. That physical tightness can lead to mental sluggishness. The act of stretching and activating muscles loosens up the body and creates a sense of readiness. You feel lighter, more alert, and more capable of handling whatever comes your way. It's important to approach this workout with a mindset of self-care rather than punishment. The goal is not to exhaust yourself, but to awaken your senses and prepare your mind. It's a gift you give yourself, a daily moment to connect with your body and show respect for its needs. This simple practice builds confidence, self-discipline, and a feeling of accomplishment that can fuel your entire week. Incorporating quick exercise also reduces stress. Physical activity is one of the most effective ways to lower stress hormones like cortisol. Starting your week with this release creates mental space, helping you stay calm and focused under pressure. You won't just be more energized, you'll be more balanced emotionally. Many people overlook how much their body's state affects their productivity. When your muscles are tight, your breathing shallow, and your heart rate low, your brain receives fewer signals of alertness. This translates into lower concentration and weaker problem-solving skills. Moving early activates the nervous system and increases blood flow to the brain, which supports memory, creativity, and decision-making. This alone makes quick morning exercise a smart strategy for any serious goal. This habit also builds momentum. Once you start the week with a physical win, it becomes easier to stay committed to other healthy choices. You'll find yourself reaching for water instead of sugar, sitting up straighter instead of slouching, and feeling more motivated to keep moving throughout the day. This domino effect of good habits strengthens your overall energy and focus. Don't wait for the perfect time or the perfect routine. Start with what's realistic for your life. It might be 10 jumping jacks next to your bed, a few stretches before breakfast, or a brisk walk around the block. The goal is to get your body moving and your heart rate up enough to feel the difference. You can build from there as your energy and confidence grow. Sometimes, resistance comes from the mind more than the body. You may feel tired or busy and tell yourself there's no time or energy for exercise. These thoughts are the biggest obstacle. When you push through and just start moving, you break the cycle of excuses and inertia. This act of overcoming resistance is itself a small victory that adds to your mental toughness. A quick workout also sharpens your focus by releasing pent-up tension. When your body stays still for too long, energy can become stuck or restless. Moving helps discharge this energy and creates a sense of calm alertness. You'll find it easier to sit down afterward and concentrate deeply on your most important tasks. Physical activity can also improve your sleep quality, setting you up for better rest at night and more energy the following morning. This creates a positive cycle where your weekly routine continually reinforces itself. Better mornings, better days, better weeks. There is a deeper connection between physical health and mental clarity that many overlook. Your body and mind are not separate, they work together as one system. When you nurture your body through movement, you nourish your mind as well. This is not just about fitness, it's about being fully alive and engaged in your life. Incorporating a quick workout into your weekly start isn't just about getting through the day, it's about building a foundation for resilience, strength, and joy. It creates an immediate sense of control and accomplishment that carries over into your work, your relationships, and your personal growth. By moving your body intentionally at the beginning of the week, you tell yourself and the world that you respect your potential and refuse to be held back by tiredness or hesitation. This small investment pays huge dividends in energy, focus, and motivation. Energy is not a fixed resource. It's a dynamic state that you can influence every day. Using physical movement to energize your body is one of the simplest, most powerful strategies to improve your mindset and performance. This habit turns tired beginnings into energized launches. Making quick exercise a priority at the start of each week rewires your habits and your self-image. You become someone who takes action, someone who invests in their well-being, and someone who meets challenges with strength. This sets a tone for the entire week and shapes your daily experience in ways that ripple far beyond the first few minutes of movement. Every week offers a fresh opportunity to activate this practice. Each time you commit to moving your body, you build not only physical strength, but also mental clarity and emotional balance. This combination fuels sustained progress and makes your goals feel within reach. Taking this step requires no special equipment or conditions, just the decision to value your energy and commit to action. The rewards include sharper thinking, more motivation, and a greater sense of control over your day. Moving your body quickly at the start of your week is not just an exercise, it's a statement. It says you're ready to face challenges, to push through fatigue, and to take charge of your own success. This simple act of self-activation is a powerful foundation for everything you want to accomplish. Number 9. Avoid distractions and focus on one task. In today's world, distractions come at you from every direction. Notifications on your phone, emails piling up, social media alerts, background noise, and a constant flow of information. These aren't just small annoyances. They chip away at your attention, drain your energy, and scatter your focus. Most people fall into the trap of trying to juggle several things at once, believing they're being productive. The harsh reality is that multitasking is a myth when it comes to meaningful work. The brain cannot truly focus on multiple complex tasks at the same time. Instead, it switches rapidly between tasks, causing loss of time, errors, and fatigue. When the week begins, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by everything you think you have to do. The mental clutter makes it difficult to know where to start or how to keep going. The solution isn't to try to do everything at once, but to narrow your focus down to one task. This single-minded approach helps you dive deep into the work that matters most and delivers real progress. Focusing on one task takes discipline, but it's a skill anyone can develop. It's about intentionally shutting out everything else and giving your full attention to one thing. This focused effort allows your brain to engage more fully, leading to better quality work and faster results. When you give a task your complete energy, you enter a state of flow where time seems to slow down and productivity rises naturally. It's important to recognize how distractions interrupt this flow. Even a short glance at your phone or an email can break your concentration and cost you several minutes to refocus. This fragmented attention adds up throughout the day, making it harder to complete important tasks and leaving you feeling drained and unsatisfied. Avoiding distractions starts with creating an environment that supports your focus. This might mean turning off notifications, setting specific times to check emails, or finding a quiet place where interruptions are minimal. When you control your environment, you reduce the constant temptation to switch tasks and can commit fully to what you are doing. Distractions are not just external. Internal distractions like worry, boredom, or random thoughts also pull you away from your work. Training your mind to bring attention back to the task at hand strengthens mental resilience. Over time, you'll notice it becomes easier to stay focused and less tempting to drift away into unrelated activities. When you prioritize focusing on one task, you start with clarity about what is most important. This clarity comes from identifying the task that moves you closer to your goals. It's not about doing what's easiest or what demands immediate attention from others. It's about what really matters for your progress. This intentional selection of your focus task creates purpose and direction. Deep focus requires pacing. You don't need to push yourself to the point of exhaustion. Instead, work with concentrated effort for a set period, then take breaks to refresh your mind. This balance preserves your energy and prevents burnout. The key is quality of focus, not just quantity of hours. It's easy to underestimate how much time distractions waste. When you focus on one task, you use your time more efficiently and experience less stress. You gain confidence as you see tasks completed and goals advanced. This momentum builds motivation to keep going strong throughout the week. Some may feel anxious about missing out on things if they ignore emails or messages for a while. This fear can keep people tethered to distractions. The reality is that focusing deeply on important work produces far greater returns than constant partial attention to everything. Setting boundaries with your time and attention is an act of respect for your own priorities. Technology can be a tool or a trap. Using apps or settings to limit notifications during focused work sessions helps reclaim your attention. Designating specific times to engage with communication lets you stay connected without being pulled away from productive effort. The benefits of focusing on one task extend beyond work. This habit trains your mind to be present and engaged in every moment. Whether you're working, spending time with family, or pursuing hobbies, full attention enhances your experience and effectiveness. Practicing focus is like strengthening a muscle. Each time you resist distractions and commit to one task, your ability to concentrate improves. This cumulative effect makes future challenges easier to handle and increases your overall productivity. Sometimes you must be tough with yourself. Saying no to distractions requires willpower, but the payoff is clear: better results, less stress, and more satisfaction. The energy you save by avoiding fragmented attention can be redirected toward meaningful accomplishment. Focusing on a single task at a time also sharpens decision-making. When your mind is clear and undistracted, you make better choices faster. This clarity influences all areas of your life and work. Avoiding distractions is not about perfection. It's about making progress. There will be interruptions and moments of wandering thoughts. What matters is how quickly you bring yourself back to focus and keep moving forward. Each week starts fresh, offering the chance to practice this focused approach. By building the habit of sustained attention to one task, you create a foundation for consistent achievement. When distractions fade and your attention centers fully on the task, you tap into a powerful source of productivity and fulfillment. This is how you take control of your time, your work, and your week. Number 10. Visualize a successful and productive week. It's common to wake up on Monday with a sense of pressure or uncertainty. Most people drift through their week reacting to whatever comes their way instead of steering it with intention. The truth is, without a clear vision of how the week should unfold, you become a passenger rather than the driver of your own life. Visualizing a successful and productive week isn't some vague daydream. It's a focused mental exercise that sets the tone and prepares your mind for real results. When you take the time to see yourself accomplishing what matters, your brain starts to work differently. It begins aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions toward that image of success. This is not wishful thinking. It's training your mind to recognize opportunities, overcome obstacles, and stay motivated because it has a clear destination to aim for. Most people underestimate the power of this mental rehearsal. They assume that results come only from physical effort and ignore how much their mindset affects outcomes. But the brain cannot tell the difference between vivid mental pictures and real experiences. When you visualize completing your tasks, solving problems, or reaching goals, your brain prepares you to take those actions more confidently and efficiently. Visualizing your week means more than just thinking about your tasks or writing down to-dos. It means immersing yourself in the feeling of success. Imagine the satisfaction of crossing off your most important tasks. Feel the energy of moving closer to your big goals. Picture the respect and confidence you gain by following through. Let your mind create a clear, detailed movie of the week going exactly as you want. Starting your week with this kind of mental clarity creates a powerful internal motivation. It reduces anxiety because your mind isn't wandering toward uncertainties or worries. Instead, it's focused on a positive outcome. This focus encourages persistence when challenges arise. You know what you're working toward, so you don't get sidetracked by distractions or setbacks. The process of visualization also reveals potential obstacles before they happen. When you see your week unfolding in your mind, you notice where things might slow you down or cause frustration. This awareness gives you the chance to plan solutions or adjust your approach. Instead of being caught off guard, you're prepared and ready to move forward. Visualization sharpens your decision-making too. When you can picture the consequences of different choices, it becomes easier to choose the actions that serve your goals best. This kind of foresight is a powerful tool in time management and priority setting. Many successful people use visualization regularly because it aligns their subconscious mind with their conscious goals. This alignment creates a natural flow of energy and focus. You're no longer pushing against resistance, but working with your own mental and emotional momentum. To make visualization effective, engage all your senses. Don't just see yourself succeeding, hear the sounds around you, notice the textures, and sense the emotions that come with achievement. The more real and vivid your mental images, the stronger their impact on your brain. Visualization works best when done consistently. Making it a habit at the start of every week builds a strong foundation for success. It's like setting your GPS before you begin a journey. You know exactly where you're headed, and every step becomes purposeful. It's also important to be specific in what you visualize. General ideas like, "I want to be productive," are less effective than detailed images of finishing a report, having a productive meeting, or completing a workout. The clearer your vision, the more your brain can prepare you to execute it. Some people feel skeptical about visualization because it's not a physical action. The key is to understand that it's a mental tool that prepares you for the physical work. It doesn't replace effort, it multiplies it. When your mind is ready, your body follows. When you combine visualization with concrete planning and focused action, the results compound. Visualizing a successful week creates a mental blueprint. Your plan provides the map, and your actions move you along the path. At the same time, visualization keeps you connected to your why. It reminds you why the work matters and what's at stake. This connection makes it easier to push through fatigue, distractions, or doubts. Your brain is your most powerful ally or your biggest obstacle. Visualization chooses to make it an ally. It turns your thoughts into tools that build your reality, not distractions that pull you away. Taking even a few minutes at the start of the week to visualize success creates calm confidence. It quiets the noise of uncertainty and sets your mind to work for you, not against you. Over time, as you practice this habit, you'll notice your weeks become more productive, your stress less, and your progress steady. This mental rehearsal becomes a powerful routine that guides your behavior, keeps you focused, and fuels your drive. Visualizing a successful and productive week is not about magic or luck. It's about preparing your mind to lead you through the work ahead with clarity and determination. Each moment you spend imagining success builds the foundation for real achievement. It shifts your attitude from hoping things will work out to knowing you are prepared to make them work. This mental focus empowers you to face every challenge with resilience. You begin your week already seeing yourself overcome obstacles, meet deadlines, and move closer to your goals. That is the power of visualization. It trains your mind to create your best reality. It makes your week not just something that happens to you, but something you shape with purpose and strength.